Carney's speech at Davos is getting a lot of positive feedback, as well it should. It was a really good speech. Some of the more quotable things to come out of it, one of them is take your sign down. He talked about the Czech dissident who wrote the paper on why the communist system continued on when, it should have collapsed. And he said that a lot of it was the thing of the people putting the sign in the window to show compliance ahead of time. And it just perpetuated things because no one was speaking out against it. So in his speech at Davos, he talked about it's time for us to take our signs down. Now, he was referring mostly to the international order and the fact that Trump's regime has really upended the U.S. leadership of Western democratic values. But there's other ways that applies. It applies not only internationally abroad, it applies at home too. Is Carney going to take his sign down at home? Is Carney going to look at what's happening in Canada and finally realize that we need massive change and we need it very quickly? Is he going to take we'll take our sign down to his domestic policy, not just his foreign policy? Yes, he's broken with Trump, but he hasn't broken with the billionaires and the billionaire class who support Trump, actively, aggressively support Trump. You see, if you want to fix what's wrong, you've got to break with the old order. Billionaires wield way, way too much power. Their influence far outstrips that of many countries. So, Mr. Carney, in your speech, you said nostalgia's not a strategy, but you're doing the same monetary policy that was done last decade and the decade before that and the decade before that. You say it's time to take our sign down, but yet you are doing nothing to properly tax the billionaires in Canada. You are doing nothing to strip them of their unequal power that they hold economically and politically. Are you going to take your sign down? Are you going to say it is now time to stop this nonsense? Are you going to say that we must tax billionaires very heavily and use that money to pay for social programs to lift people out of poverty? Wages have stagnated. The middle class has all but disappeared. And it's mostly because of income inequality and monopolies. So are you going to take your sign down? Are you going to do something about income inequality? Are you going to tax the super wealthy and lift people out of poverty? Are you going to break up the monopolies? And oh, yes, there are monopolies. Oh, my goodness. Grocery industry, telecommunications industry. We're watching in the United States right now that plant in Texas, because there's only 4 food producers in 4 meat companies basically in the United States that control 90% of all of it. They can make or break farmers at will. They have a monopoly, just like the telecommunication companies in Canada have a monopoly. Are you going to introduce legislation to break up the monopolies and to tax the super wealthy? Because if you're not, you're two-faced. You say we have to take our sign down, but you're leaving yours up by not breaking up the monopolies and not taxing the super wealthy.